Hello, Namaskar. Welcome you to the SAAR Analysis. I am Chaman Naik and here's my take. What if the next geopolitical battleground isn't your oil, chips or rare earth, but your username? More than 5.5 billion people worldwide use these messaging platforms every month. While India alone has more than 600 million internet users, making the world's largest open digital society. Now, when a government begins to question something as simple as your username, it isn't just a technological story, it is a story about future balance between security, privacy and digital sovereignty. Now, here's what evidence speaks about. India's Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology has expanded its scrutiny beyond WhatsApp to Telegram and Signal over their user name features. Well, the government concern is straightforward. Usernames can allow the communication without sharing the phone numbers, but they may also create the new opportunities for the fraud. Well, this is no longer about one application, it is about the architecture of the digital identity in itself. Now, the question arises why it is important, because this development reflects a much larger global trend. Well, the government worldwide is entering a new phase of digital governance where encrypted messaging platforms are no longer viewed solely as a communication tools. They are increasingly seen as a critical pieces of national digital infrastructure. For technologies companies, username enhance the privacy by reducing dependence on phone numbers. Well, for governments, however, this anonymity can complicate the investigation into financial fraud, cybercrime, and organized criminal networks. And this challenge needs to find a balance. Now, if regulation becomes too restrictive, innovation and user privacy may suffer for sure. Now, if regulation becomes too weak, these cyber criminals could exploit the same technologies designed to protect the legitimate users. Well, India's decision is therefore being closely watched beyond its border, because this country represents one of the world's largest digital market. And this broader geopolitical question is no longer whether government will regulate your encrypted platforms or not. It is how far they can go without undermining our digital freedoms. Well, here's my take. This isn't battle against WhatsApp, Telegram or Signal. It is the test of whether the democratic governments can rebuild a digital ecosystem that protects both privacy and public security without sacrificing. And the outcome will save the India's digital future, but it could only be a reference point for the regulators across Asia, Africa and other fast growing digital economies. Because we all know in the next decade, the control over the digital identity may become strategically important as control over the physical borders. And that's all from today's analysis. I will be back with another episode. Till then, thank you for watching this.